Two douchebags on a couch. One's an asshole, one's a grouch. And relentless, all their mouths. Jim and Eddie. Talk shit. Jim and Eddie.
Hey, you're listening to Talking Shit with Jim Jeffries and Eddie Ift. I'm Eddie Ift, and this is I don't know how many episodes we're on. Lindsay.
12.
12 episodes. We're sitting here.
Is it really 12?
Yeah, we're in 12 episodes already.
Fucking hell.
Some guys put out like 4 podcasts a week or something. We do 1.
I know, but like I can't see us doing 52 in a year. That's
No.
too much work.
Yeah, it's a lot of work already. But I just want to set up the room. Who's here tonight? We have sitting in with us Jason, Hour of Power. And
Hello.
Hello.
we also have our intern Lindsay.
Machete.
And Machete is here, and we are filming this episode for the first time. We have Peter, the neighbor Peter. He's kind of like the guy in the Tim Allen show that stands on.
Is that a video camera?
Yeah, that is.
Oh,
it
okay.
looks like a
Regular camera.
regular camera, but it's a video camera, so it's really good if you tell a girl you want to, like just take pictures of her, and she's getting naked, and
Have you ever when you're shagging a bird, in all the times that you've had like your iPhone 4 and stuff like that, or when you've had your flip camera, have you ever recorded a girl fucking without her knowledge?
Never without her knowledge. I've recorded girls knowing.
I've recorded many girls knowing.
Because the guy has paid me to stand there and do it. But I have never... That was terrible.
That was
Can
terrible
we edit
joke.
that out?
No, you got to keep that in.
Yeah, keep that in. It's
You
so
got to keep
bad.
that in. That was the fact that it took me a while before I even knew that you were doing it. How are you today, Jason?
I'm doing all right.
Shut up. Listen, I didn't finish introducing Peter, which is... Peter is the guy that... He lives across the street. You didn't even know him. You don't
I've
know
never met him. He's just come into
We
the
all
house.
know him. He's part of the...
He just walked in.
He's part... You know what? You know how we met him? His dog runs in the house all the time. You know Monster?
Oh, I know Monster.
He's the owner of Monster.
But I've met you before.
Yeah.
I've met Monster.
Well, Monster's been watched by.
Yeah, he runs.
Oh, okay.
He runs loose quite a bit.
Yeah.
in the
I like
neighborhood.
Monster.
Yeah, Jason takes care of Monster a lot.
You know who I hate though?
Who?
Jason's dog, Duke.
Aww. That's one thing I won't put up or agree with.
I don't dislike Duke. Because I dislike Jason so much that I feel the need to be mean to Duke. Duke is pretty dopey.
Yeah, I was just going to say,
Yeah.
you know they say people look like their dogs?
Yeah.
I would, if you saw Jason, what kind of dog would you think he has?
It would be a Shih Tzu.
I would think like a bloodhound or something, like a really
No,
fat,
it's a dopey dog that
really
doesn't want to get off the porch.
Yeah, bloodhound, like a really fat
Yeah, just
bloodhound
a
without a
fat
cock, without a
fucking-
cock or a jaw,
female
or direction
bloodhound.
in its life. I'm just fucking with you, Jason. We don't have a guest tonight on purpose.
And we have, in this particular episode, we have, normally before the show, we think of things that we might want to talk about to each other. We've got nothing.
Nothing.
So what we've done is, for this particular episode, is as soon as Lindsay got here, I got her to get 3 bottles of spirits out of the fridge back from my drinking days. And they're still there.
Yeah, he drinks the good shit too.
Yeah. And they're all sitting
They're
there.
all
So
in plastic bottles.
we got 2 vodkas there and
Classy.
something called Vodcat.
It is
Which-
about.
Which isn't even a real vodka. You know you're fucking scraping the bottle when you call it vodcat.
It's all shit like some Russian people make in their
It's
backyard and
about a
then put
quarter
a
in
label
each
on it.
bottle. I think there's a quarter of
well,
vodka, a quarter of rum, and a quarter of.
We can send
tequila.
out for more.
We can send out for
Because
one. We can do a time lapse. We can pause this at any time and then come back.
So I can go pee.
Yeah. We'll have some little, and we've got you a bowl next to you that normally holds fruit that we'll let you vomit in.
He doesn't care at all though because he enjoys getting.
You guys
into
are
this
saving me
mode.
money.
All right, so Jason, let's just start with one shot, and we're going to invent like a drinking game for you as we go along. We don't know what it is yet.
Every time we say is you have to drink.
So Jason's. Oh, is that what we're doing every time we say?
Well, I just think whenever I feel like telling Jason to have a drink,
Yeah.
is a good game.
Yeah, that works.
You know, because it doesn't take any effort or anything.
Should
then
I tell him what it is, or should we just?
what was that
leave a
game you wanted to
surprise?
play with
Well,
him?
today Jim and I were sitting talking, and we were making fun of comedians and stuff like that. We were having the best time. We were like, "Too bad we can't record this." And remember, we were singing that one song.
We were singing a song.
Oh, we
we
were
were
just
taking
making
the
fun.
we were taking the piss out of one particular music act.
Oh
and,
fuck!
and we were
But
singing a
there
song.
were so many, but the thing is, you can't You can't really get on a podcast and trash other comedians because you'll make them cry.
No, and also you don't like to be trashed yourself. It's
Yeah.
all right to do things behind people's back, but if you're to do it in an open forum, it's just horrible. Jason, have a shot.
All right.
Yeah, for
Should we
that.
tell him what
See?
this one is? Or
No. Jason, have it, and then you tell us what it is.
Mysterious liquid number 1.
Yeah, remember we saw
I can
this.
smell that it's tequila.
All right, well, drink
Here,
it.
let me. Whoa. Is it tequila?
It was
It
it was
smells good. It's
it
like
was
a good
half
thing.
and half.
Yeah.
It was half.
Well,
and half.
Jim and I were out
That's
last night at
tequila
some.
and something else.
It's just a
drink it.
wonderful mixture. Enjoy it.
Jim and I were at some bar last night, and these guys were drinking.
Drink it back. Shoot the thing. It's just
Shut up
tequila.
and drink
It's just
it.
tequila. Drink the
No,
buddy.
it's like a mouthful, dude. She poured me a full glass of tequila. I'm
Because
not
I
gonna
care
Yeah,
about
because
you.
we got to get things fucking
I just watched a
kick-started.
guy chug up a bottle of
This-
Patron. We don't have time. This
This
is an hour-long
podcast
show.
This podcast doesn't go forever.
Oh, he just made a face.
No.
You know what he does?
He looked like he
does
looked
De
like
Niro.
Chunk. No, he looked like Chunk from the Goonies.
Chunk from
or
the-
not Chunk, Sloth.
Sloth from the Goonies. Because Chunk from the Goonies.
Baby.
It's a childish show.
We were talking about it.
I was listening back to I actually do listen to the podcast back after we do them the next day, and because we pre-recorded a lot of them, I listen to them back, and sometimes I really enjoy them. But of late, of course, we're going to get comparisons to Ricky Gervais's podcast and Adam Carolla's podcast and Mark Maron's podcast, and they're all fine podcasts. And then Eddie goes, I wonder how many people will start downloading ours now that it's getting quite popular. And I reckon we have a clearance, though I won't tell you the figure, but there's a limit that it will get to for us, and we'll never get higher because it's just too juvenile. At no stage does our podcast ever become informative.
No.
Or do you ever, at the end of it,
we don't talk about anything topical.
never talk about anything topical?
No
with
current
substance. No current events. We
No,
don't give a
you
shit.
can listen to this podcast in 20 years' time and just go, oh, that guy farted down the microphone for no reason. And he called some girl fat and then told his friend he was an idiot.
Timeless.
Timeless comedy. Except for the mild racism that we have from time to time.
They'll be able to play that and go, that wouldn't go in 2014.
2014.
That wouldn't go in 1956.
You couldn't say that. You couldn't say that a pilot got AIDS in Africa. They had to let. When was this recorded? 1984. It couldn't have been at the turn of the century. What are you looking at us for?
Yeah, what are you looking for? Have a shot.
Have a shot.
Now.
I drank that. Oh,
Yeah,
Have a
Mysterious
shot.
No, we gotta
liquid
get
number
things
2.
started. Just have another one.
Yeah, it's going to be funny when you
Because the thing is, it'll be funny.
we're going to delete all this.
Yeah,
we're going
yeah,
to
this
start
is-
the show when you're fucked up.
Ooh.
Oh!
Hey!
Hey! I got to tell my story about the bank.
All right, tell your story about the bank.
Oh, this is a funny
I'm in
story.
the bank yesterday, and I am standing there about to leave, and I'm looking at the ground for some reason, and I see these fat, meaty feet in sandals walk by me.
Who could it be?
And I think to myself, those feet look like someone I know. Like that's what I thought. I thought these feet look just like, and I look up, and sure enough, it's Jason with his big fucking smile on, and he walks past me. He doesn't see me, so I think it's gonna be pretty fun. I'm gonna watch Jason and see what Jason does in a bank, because that's not really a place you would expect to see Jason, in a bank. He works in a cashless society. Where
I didn't even know you had a bank account.
I didn't either.
I have to pay rent.
Oh, yeah, and they have to pay in the bloody unemployment into something.
Yeah, which is what he was doing. And I'm going to ask that question soon. He goes in the bank and he's got a wad of cash. He goes, I want to deposit this. I'm right behind him and I'm looking down like I'm filling out like paperwork so that he doesn't catch me. And he goes, I want to deposit this money. And he holds up a check, a crumpled up check.
Why was your check all crumpled up? Why didn't you fold it and put it gently into your wallet?
Because he doesn't have a wallet.
I don't know how to use a wallet.
You don't use a wallet?
No. I always lose a wallet, but so when I just put stuff in my pocket, I never just lose that.
No, you just forget that you have it.
No, but the wallet and my legs are like it never fits in my pocket right. Like it's always like too much bulk.
Why, do you wear Lindsay jeans?
No, I just have always had big legs.
You always had
His
big
gut's
legs.
hanging out right now.
Yeah, that's all right. He's had a drink.
Look at her pointing
All right,
that
continue
out.
on with the story.
So I hear him say, I want to deposit this cash. And then he goes, and this check, he goes, I need it to be made into cash and then put into the account because I know what he was thinking. He was saying, I don't want this to not clear. I need it to go now because I got to pay my rent. Is that what you were going
Right,
for?
yeah, I told him that.
But
And
he's
why
telling-
did you put that cash in? Oh, that also had to go in.
Yeah, to make it.
But they know how it works, and he's telling them, he's like, no, make it into cash first, and then put it in. And they're like, yeah, we're a bank.
No. If you don't request that, it takes 3 days.
No.
No, seriously. If you
Not with
don't-
people with normal bank accounts.
No, it does take 3 days.
No, if you don't
my
request
checks
a
go
check
right
to
in.
be you have to request a check to be deposited as cash. Otherwise, it takes a
But it
few
has to
days.
be written to that bank.
But it has to be something that they can verify, whether it's a payroll check, a government check, or a check that comes
we
from
know-
that institution.
And
We know where
yours is from.
Hey, it's called unemployment insurance, and I paid into that system.
When did you pay into that system?
I've been paying taxes my whole life.
Not enough to cover your
do you
unemployment. No way in the world. You've never had a job that you didn't never earned enough to cover what
you live on.
Dude,
you know what
you
taxes
know how
are
much
for?
money-
Taxes are for hospitals and streets and schools and infrastructure of society.
Right.
They're not so that it's not a retirement fund
No, but
for
no.
you later on
It
when
doesn't
you're
come
not
out of
working.
taxes, though. It's not out of taxes.
Where does it come out of?
He claims that when he has a job, he pays into tax, or he pays into the unemployment.
when you work in a company, they pay into an insurance
But
policy.
pay
Jim's
$3 a
point
week.
is, you've worked about 12 days of your life. You've been on unemployment for
No,
12 years.
I've worked hard in the past, man.
Oh, really? What was it, a Wednesday? So carry on with your story.
Boy, that coffee was hard to pour that day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's mad already. Give him a shot.
Shot.
Okay, so I hear him explaining it to him, and the guy goes, "I'm gonna need to see some ID." And Jason goes, "I don't have any ID." Of course he doesn't. He's off the
I'm
grid.
amazed you didn't just go, I'm Jason.
He's off the grid. So
You don't have ID?
Well, I forgot it at home.
Is it just that your face is too fat to put on a fucking license?
oh, now that was just fucking.
Yeah, it's just my eye.
I don't mind when we.
When he's had a drink, he's on it. It's quite funny, eh? Anyway, so I don't have ID.
So he goes, "I don't have ID," and then the guy goes, "Well, we have to. It's procedure. We've got to ask for ID so that someone doesn't defraud you." And Jason goes, "Oh, nobody wants to defraud me." And the guy
You
goes,
said that to the teller?
No, I
said
said that I pity like the individual that would try to like steal my identity would have more problems than it's worth. And I turn around and he's fucking watching me this whole time. I'm like, oh.
And he doesn't. He looks at me real quickly, like almost like a double take, like he does, just to look away. And he goes, "Hi, Eddie."
But then
And then he double takes back, knowing I caught him. And he goes, "How long have you been here?" And I go, "Your life."
but then we both.
You know
like,
what you should do? You should let someone steal your identity and maybe they could do a better job with it.
Well,
and then just claim it back later on.
Someone-
like once they've got credit
I
cards.
was just going to say, they get credit.
Like some guy could really fix you up. You might go back and have a better credit rating.
We could do a commercial on you, a guy. "I didn't have a house. I didn't have a car. Someone stole my identity.
And
Look
then-
at me now."
Yeah. I'd like to thank Manuel and his family.
You had to go Mexican, didn't
No,
you?
I didn't. I was going Spanish.
Oh, yeah.
You know and the way that ended though, Eddie didn't tell
Because you're
that.
saying the Mexicans aren't smart enough.
I'm just saying that you got to be a citizen to steal someone's credit. I don't know. Is that horrible? Did I?
Yeah, because you're not a citizen.
Cover it up. Give Jason a shot. Cover it up.
Yeah, Jason's being
this is
good.
mystery liquid number 3.
Mystery liquid number 3.
God.
What could it be?
Oh, sweet liquid, sweet drinking Jason. Jason in the dead
That
liver.
looked like a liqueur.
What was that one? What did you just drink then?
Yeah, I wish you could see him right now, which we are
Okay,
filming.
it was
It's like
He's dry
kind
retching.
of fruity.
It was the same thing you had last time. And you didn't make this fucking face.
It's rum.
It's rum.
Oh God.
What does rum
It's
do?
a lot of white.
The only one of 2 blackouts I had in my life.
Yeah.
First being Dumb and Dumber.
Wait. One of 2 blackouts.
Yeah, you
one
once-
started when he came out of the womb and it hasn't
No,
stopped yet.
one of them, he's already told us about. One of them, he was laughing so hard at the movie Dumb and Dumber.
No,
You
that's
blacked
when I
out.
passed out.
Oh, right.
I'm talking about blackout.
What's the difference between a blackout and when you get drunk and you don't know what you've done?
blackout drunk. Yeah, the first time I ever blacked out drunk.
When did you black out drunk? How old were you?
I used to black out drunk constantly.
Junior in high school, I think.
What happened?
It was on. I don't know. I was blacked out.
But I mean, how did it happen?
But what did people tell you in the morning it happened?
Well, what happened was the last thing I remember was my friend's brother was driving the car, and he drove to his house, and he got out of the car. It was my car, and he goes, "You're on your own, dude." And then I woke up the next day at home. I have no idea what happened.
So you drove really drunk.
Yeah, I could have killed 30 people, and I have no idea.
I'll tell you a drunk story from when I was a young fella. When I was about 20 years old, I got really drunk. I was going to university in Perth, Australia, which is just a city in Australia. And I was going to university, and I went out, and I think I'd first started doing gigs. It's like I was like on gig number 8 of my comedy career. And I met these Irish birds who, all for the crack and the do type of girls. And we're a bit of fun and the heart. Like real Irish people, not what American people call Irish. So anyway, we all go out, we get drunk. I get hammered drunk. It turns out these girls were nurses at the Perth hospital, or whatever the name of the hospital was. And they were living in the hospital, right? Mm-hmm. So I went back with these 2 girls, and they had single beds on both sides of the room. And one of the girls didn't want to shag me. And so I just, at like 20 years or 19 years of age or something, I shagged the other one on the single bed with the other friend just rolled over, acting like nothing had happened, right?
In the same bed.
She was in it was a little room. It was a small room. It was like Bert and Ernie would have, right? So then the girl was like, well, you have to leave now. And I'm hammered. I've been drinking the whole time. I walk out. I get off on the wrong floor or something in this hospital. I'm in the intensive care unit. There's like burn victims and stuff. There's like people moaning and crying.
And they all looked better than you.
And I'm walking along like a zombie, just like, I gotta find my way out. People with tubes coming out of their mouths, just. So eventually I find my way out of the hospital either like 2 or 3 in the morning. There's a big roundabout. A lot of hospitals have like a big grass roundabout where the ambulances drive in. I walk out. It's about 5 in the morning. It's about to get light. I'm so drunk, and I took a heap of ecstasy as well, if I remember rightly. And I'd taken a heap of ecstasy, and I was at that really wide stage, and I fucking passed out in the middle of this roundabout, just because there was no taxis or anything there. I thought I was asleep on the grass, only to wake up with nurses and doctors all standing around me with a little flashlight checking in my eyes, right? Because they thought I was like a heroin fucking overdose that their friends have dropped in the front garden and driven away, right? So I get picked up on this stretcher, I'm taking, I go, no, I just fucked an Irish nurse up on the thing, right? One of the nurses is the other nurse that was sleeping on the other bed.
Oh, God.
And she didn't want to own up, so she sat there while they did tests on me and stuff and didn't defend me or anything. In the end, because Australia is such a wonderful place and they have medical care over there, the hospital paid for my taxi ride home and gave me a voucher and I got back.
Every time I hear these stories,
they do.
It makes me so fucking sad and upset. It's like
what?
No, that they paid for his taxi ride home,
or that he fucked a nurse.
No, that's.
Did it make you sad that I had sex with someone? Was that what I was saying?
No, I was actually just wondering whether or not the girl was either horrified or masturbating in the other bed.
Because we know you'd be over there.
I think she was.
Because that'd be masturbating.
I think she was just drunk and she had to get up for work early and she was trying to sleep.
Those medical professionals.
But I remember that they were living in a dormitory thing, so they didn't have their own bathroom. So I had to wash the juices off myself in like a very communal shower, and it was just the women's dorm, and I was not meant to be in the building, and it was horrible.
I don't black out. I get it's almost like I'm living in a dream. I get so fucked up that I see it all happening. I remember it the next day, but I had no control of it.
Yeah.
Like I do things that are really horrendous. Like when I was with Glenn Wool in New York, and Glenn left. Remember when he left his wallet or something? I had to get it. Do you remember this? His passport, and I had to. We were drinking so much tequila. It was the night Greg Giraldo died, and we were drinking Patron.
Oh, I
and just kept
remember that. I
drinking and
remember you
drinking.
rang me up.
Dude,
very
you did
drunk.
that this recently? You went like...
Yeah, I went into
wow.
McDonald's.
No, the other time Greg Giraldo died.
I went into McDonald's and late at night after I'd been drinking all this Patron, and these Spanish guys were yelling at the Mexican guy behind the counter, and they were like yelling at him. And I felt like it was derogatory.
Oh, I remember you told me about
I felt
this.
like it was derogatory what they were saying.
Probably
I
was.
wasn't
Oh,
sure. And I said to the guy, why don't you back off? His life's tough enough. He's fucking working at McDonald's. And they went, fuck you, fuck you. There were 3 of them. And I went, you have no idea who I am. And they went, what? And they're like, fuck you. You know, like, and I went, I'm an ultimate fighter.
Featherweight.
And they were like, what? And I'm like, oh, fuck you. And the guy goes, you don't even know what we're saying. And he goes, do you speak Spanish? And I go, sí. And the guy says something else, and I'm like, sí.
Hola.
Yeah, I was just like, I'm done. I'm out. And then I just went, fuck you. Like, and so the one guy said something, and I think I pushed the one guy or something, and the other guy goes, I'm getting the cops. And he ran to get the cops, and the other 2 guys stood up to me. And all I know is, and I've always seen guys do this and gone, what are you, fucking retarded? I took my shirt off
Yeah.
and tried to fight them, and they just ran away, kind of like, it wasn't that they were afraid of me. It was like when you see the crazy homeless guy in the street.
Sure.
where they just went, who the fuck is this guy?
Speaking of crazy homeless guys,
Yeah.
Jason.
That's a trademark redneck move, the shirt off.
Yeah, I don't
The
know why
shirt
I
off,
did it.
Yeah. That's like Kentucky, Ohio. I saw a lot of that. The shirt off.
When I was a teenager, when you used to take ecstasy was big in Australia. If a lot of people would take their shirts off in the nightclub. Now I've always had a flabby. Even when I was thin, even when I was a thin person,
me
I
too,
have
Cam.
I
Me
had
too.
like just a soft body, just and like
Doughy.
that. And I've always been doughy,
Doughy.
right? And I would, if I got enough ecstasy into me, it would be like fucking shirt off. I'm the sexiest man in the world, and I doof, 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 doof. Hello, ladies. This was back when ecstasy was fucking good.
See, I've never really done ecstasy. And I heard these guys, this one time we went down to this beach town we used to go to and we were drinking, and all these guys decided to do ecstasy one night, and they were all lacrosse players from like Villanova, you know, like this preppy school. And sure enough, about an hour into it, 2 of them are in the corner making out with each other. Apparently no one's seen them since.
Don't text, Jason.
We have
I'm sorry,
something
it's-
over here.
I'm
Wait, you
sorry.
should do a shot.
Jason.
If you're
Yeah,
going to text,
protect
If you're gonna
do a
text-
shot.
All right, cool.
No, this is one of his ladies.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
It's my podcast.
said to us today when he came in for the podcast, I had to pass up sex for this.
You weren't going to get sex.
Yes, I was.
From
No,
who?
you weren't.
I don't want to say.
Say it.
Well, he came here with all the day-end pastries from
yeah,
the coffee
yeah.
shop, so maybe that's
Yeah, that's
ending up paying for
yeah,
sex.
yeah. That's a good one. Lindsay. Like you can take all the old pastries from the
Yeah,
coffee shop, you
very
find a nice homeless woman, and you're like, "Hey, it's Jason time."
And he also
who wants a stale fucking bun?
Croissant, yeah.
didn't you bring coffee beans or something too?
Chocolate covered espresso beans.
Yeah.
Well, I
thought-
Because he needs to perk up the homeless to
I
fuck
thought you
him.
guys would like it. I was, you know what?
No, I had a
Honestly,
muffin.
Last
Stale
time,
scones.
the last time we had like the last 2 shows, I noticed like because people's blood sugar drop over time, you know, and I noticed that. Well, at least in my case, I felt like I was nodding off towards the end of the last 2 shows.
Don't be
That's
mean.
hurtful.
That was hurtful.
That's hurtful.
I don't get it. What
Like, you're
was it?
mocking
He
me.
made an impersonation
You're the one that
of him.
fucking made me drink.
I have nothing
I
to
And
do
you're
with
didn't
mocking
do
me
that.
This was
because I'm
Jim's
talking like a
idea.
tart.
Hey,
you know-
don't listen to him. Have a drink. Don't listen to
Mystery
him.
liquid number
And
4.
you're not talking like a tard because you're drinking.
Give him the drink. Don't tease him while he's drinking.
Hey, mystery liquid number 4.
Yeah.
Reach for it. I'm kept over.
No,
It's short
I think
Come on.
I think I've had like
Hey,
Fuck
no, you haven't. Come on.
That's number 4.
we have a spit bucket for
she's
you.
pouring like glasses.
That's
These
a
aren't
tiny
I
shots.
guy.
spent
These
a
are
lot
like-
of money on that
These
spit
are like
bucket.
a third glass.
Wooden.
just drink it.
I'm drinking
It's free.
vodka in a wine glass, like
Yeah,
the amount
it's
of
free.
wine that they would serve you at a tasting.
No, that's not true. It's probably about a quarter.
It's got good legs.
Yeah. Unlike you can't put jeans in your pocket.
I can't put jeans in my pocket.
No, you
I used to
can't.
drinking.
Wallet.
I'm
Eddie
ready.
got it. Eddie
I
got
got it. I
it.
knew what he was going for.
Yeah, you knew what he meant,
Yeah.
but not what he said.
Drink your
No,
shot.
but not what I said. Have your drink. Come on. Back it goes.
Oh God.
Jason. Now rinse it out with a mouthful of beer so you don't feel sick.
What was that?
Tastes like vodka.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding,
Good
ding,
vodka.
ding.
Yeah.
Best vodka, very expensive. It went down smooth, didn't it?
Where are you guys
It
going
was
to
from a
leave me
plastic
tonight?
bottle.
From a plastic bottle with a
Where am I
squirt
going to
top.
wake up tomorrow, Jim?
You know-
Tell me. Is it going to be with a tranny midget?
This is the funny thing is we had someone who wrote into our email at jimandetti@yahoo.com and actually stuck up for you about 2 episodes ago. You talked about a Japanese game show that involved people like the Glory Hole Challenge.
Yeah, people blowing.
Mums blowing their sons, and then they had to figure out if it was. But you don't. The
It's
game
from a porno
exists.
site, yes.
The game exists, but I don't think they're related.
But you know what? The reason that I might have been confused is
Right.
sometimes
high.
when you go to a porn site,
Yeah.
they'll have grabs from like regular movies. There'll be like an Angelina Jolie montage of like booby shots. Right?
Sure.
So I thought that was like a legitimate show in Japan because like on that HBO's got this extreme video from around the world thing they do.
Sure.
And it's like game shows like that. And that's where the semen challenge, I saw the semen challenge
Yeah, it's
on
not
that.
it's not a game show though. It's just a porno.
Just a porn site.
Just a porn site.
I thought
yeah.
it was a show.
No. There's no legal shows that involve sons sucking off their.
Were there commercials?
Mums
Why would you
sucking
think it
off
was a
their
show? You went to a porn site?
No, it was
heard
just-
No,
about
but
it?
you can't tell with a lot of those Asian shows. The commercials.
Yeah.
You know, when you
Some
go
of
to-
them are weird as well. It'll be like
Suck off your mom.
I'm fucking getting
tampons.
I got a
It won't be like
Vagisil.
Vagisil. Yeah.
I got a Twitter from someone.
I have to pee.
Yeah, shut up.
No.
I got a Twitter from someone. Why am I so tired?
Told you I was late. Wait.
Why am I so tired? Is their Twitter name, and they just wrote in. Listen to how people love you. This person wrote, "You should write Jason a long, thoughtful card on how much." Listen, Jason, stop.
He's drunk. Leave him. Let him. Don't tease him.
Okay. You should write Jason a long, thoughtful card on how much you appreciate him, and then at the end, take it all back and call him gay.
Yes. That's perfect.
You
That's
alright?
perfect.
I think Eddie should be the one to write the card.
No, you know, my handwriting's semi. You can't read it.
I'd write
I know.
it for
I've
you.
seen.
A transcript.
You know, Jim. You remember when I cleaned your room? For you? Do you remember?
mean
Yeah,
with Jim
I-
working on you in
said
his
the
room?
stipulation was you can sleep in my bed
Yeah.
if I clean the room.
Yeah.
But you have to sleep in there while he's fucking a nurse.
Yeah. And you
mailed-
found my passport as well. I remember that. I've got a chest of drawers coming from IKEA next week. I need you to put them together
All right.
Didn't
because
you?
I'll never do it right.
I know.
Yeah. He was talking about you building. He goes, he'll do it, right? And I'm like,
He
would
gets
love
very
nothing
frustrated.
more.
He helped me build that desk.
No,
He was
you know what
very
the problem with
frustrated.
Lindsay's desk?
Yeah.
Sometimes, like, I don't know who's working in the factory,
Yeah.
but they didn't.
So they
Sink,
wouldn't be.
People
They would,
like you.
They wouldn't look like us. They'd have
they didn't
different.
sink the holes deep enough for like one side of the.
Well, there could be a
support.
job for you. You could finish.
So
the
I had
holes.
to like go fucking.
Engineer.
I had to like get around their shortcoming and drill out the shit and reinforce the desk.
Did you just have the bit of wood the wrong way around?
I think
possibly?
that's what it was. Yeah.
Not at all.
I'm-
No,
Lindsay, is that what it
no.
was?
The screw's this long, and the sinkhole they drilled was like that deep. It
If-
wasn't even
let me-
close.
let me explain to
and
you
anybody that has trade skills listening would know what I'm talking about.
No, you meant to put it in the hole and then screw the screw through the wood.
And it stopped halfway
Jim,
because they didn't
Jim.
sink it deep enough.
Let me just.
I don't know why
let me
you're touching
explain
my
to you.
drawers anymore.
Let me explain to you what you're getting yourself into with him.
Yeah.
Like he will help you, and he's very helpful, and he tries very hard. But the way I explain Jason to people, when they go, "Should I let Jason build my cabbage? Should I let Jason do this?" I go, "He's the kind of guy that I'll say, hey, Jason, my sink's broken. Can you fix my sink?" And it will be fixed. But a month later, you'll get a flat tire, and you'll go to take the tire iron out of your car, and it won't be there.
Right. You
know
and
what?
you'll be stranded somewhere, and you'll go, "Where the fuck is my tire iron?" And
because-
Jason will go, "I used it to fix your sink."
I have to say something though. Jason rang me up when I was away on the road for a few days with these exact words. The house smells like dead meat. I'll sort
when
it
you
out.
were-
Oh,
the
yeah,
last
I got
time you
that
were out of
message,
town,
too.
Someone like I don't know whoever cooked the last meal in here,
Not me. I haven't cooked for weeks.
and
no.
and it was a frying pan sitting in the left sink, and it smelled like the set of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It was just fucking.
Do you think the set of the
were you the barista on
yeah,
that set?
Do you,
No,
do you
the
think
only
the
reason
set
I
of
say
that
that-
movie was actual? Like, do you think?
Yeah, what happened was
Do you think they actually were killing people?
you
on
know the
set?
dinner scene. You know the dinner scene.
Yeah.
I'm friends with Terry. You know, like one of the two chicks in that movie.
Uh-huh.
One of the two chicks of that movie manages the Venice Beach Suites Hotel right here on the
Right.
beach.
Too much
And she-
information. Carry on.
Coffee
Why does
shop,
it smell like?
coffee
Come on.
shop,
Speed
coffee
it up.
shop.
Speed it up.
So what they used was actual dead animals on that set, and they shot for 3 days in that dinner scene. So like, there's like rotting animals all in the set. Like people were puking between takes.
What movie is this?
Texas Chainsaw
Texas
Massacre.
Chainsaw.
Jason's
No, it's-
life.
No,
People were puking
It-
between having sex with him.
It's like the Jersey Shore,
I
but
don't
with
want it
Jason.
anymore.
No.
I think the equivalent of $100 bar tab has already been accrued by me
No.
here.
No. The shit we're giving you is about $8.
I gotta
This
pee.
is.
Can I go pee? I
You-
really
all right,
have
we'll
to
have
go.
a time lapse while you go pee.
Can you hit the space bar and pause?
No, come on. You can
All
last
right,
through.
whatever.
All right. How about
Push through.
How about if we give you a glass to piss into?
Hey, no,
Ew,
no, no,
you
no,
just
no.
want to see my cock.
No,
You're
you
always
can
trying
turn-
to
you can
see-
turn around.
Oh, I was in the improv. Jim, remember
You
the
can
night?
turn around, right?
Do you remember the night we went up to the storytelling from the road thing? And,
Sure.
and you guys did your stories.
Yeah.
And then you came over and you did the improv
Yes.
afterward. Right before Jim goes on
I was
set.
drunk then. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
You
a good
come
set.
into the bathroom. It's full bathroom. And you're leering over my shoulder. And you're making a scene like, let me see it. Let me see it. You're in front of fucking everybody in the
I wanna
goddamn
see
bathroom.
yours too.
Yeah, I want to see
I'm
it.
like,
as
Escape
well.
person,
no.
what? I'm
The more
dying
you
to
talk
see your
about it,
cock.
the smaller it gets.
That's
Stop.
why.
I imagine it looks like one of your toes.
I think
I wish.
With,
I
a,
think
with,
it
a, with a
loses-
nail on the end.
I think it probably looks that cheap prepackaged baloney.
Oh.
You know, like
Wait,
it's got a lot
I
of
don't
girth.
understand.
Like it's got a lot of girth, but it's only like an inch long.
I like how you act like there's high packaged, expensive baloney out there.
No, but like the stuff that's prepackaged.
No,
they're already like
Lindsay-
Oscar,
Liquid number 5.
Oscar
Lindsay,
Mayer
you're not
baloney cock.
calling the shots.
Did I not just hear?
Get a drink into you.
All
you
right,
go.
see, the Jeffrey machine is calling the
The
shots.
Jeffrey machine.
I think we should write down. I think you should come up with as many names for Jim as
We're gonna have some
possible.
Jasonisms
You want to do a
tonight.
tag list for Jim?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Meta tagging
so
for Jim?
The
Yeah.
Jeffrey
The
machine.
The Jeffinator.
The Jeffinator.
Jeffinator.
Yeah.
What else?
That's it.
Jeffalicious.
Jeffalicious. Yeah, that's another good one.
Jeffadacious.
Jeffadacious.
Bum, bum.
Jefftacular.
Jefftacular. You've all got all the
This is
gym
good,
to work with
yeah.
as well. You're only using the
Yeah.
Jeff
Oh.
bit. Come on, drunkie.
Jim Acopia.
Come on.
Oh, that's Eddie
Are
Listens,
you
that
ready
one.
for your gym workout?
What?
Yeah, the gym workout.
Gym workout is good.
Have I ever told you? Have I told you that story?
His material. Come on.
No, that's a true story. One time I had sex with a girl, and afterwards
I really
thought,
have to pee.
I thought I'd be like really suave, and I turned to her and said, "Did you enjoy your gym workout?" And as it came out of my mouth, I was already looking for my clothes to leave.
Kind of like that joke I did at the beginning of the show.
What was that?
The one that
Oh yeah. I was like,
about the guy me filming.
all right, we're going
terrible
to stop time so that
Yeah,
Jason can have a. I
please.
reckon personally,
Please.
we'll
Get
give
out.
you. Well, if we give you a glass that we'll throw out, you can turn your back and piss in the corner. huh?
Yeah.
Ew, that's just unhygienic.
It's not unhygienic.
No, you
How's
understand-
that
Do you know how
unhygienic?
many psychological barriers I have to do to pee in a glass in front of you?
But
Do you
we
realize
we
that
want to see
I
those.
won't even be able to do it.
That's Jim Jenick.
Yeah.
That's Jim Jenny, yeah.
Jenick.
Come
I
on.
can pee in
Jim
the sink.
Jenick. Jim Jenick.
You know, I know Eddie's peed in the sink.
Hey.
What?
You confessed it.
When did I confess that?
I don't know, but I think you did.
Why did you?
I don't know, but I think you did.
Why would you
I
piss
remember
in
vaguely.
the
one
toilets?
night.
I piss
Maybe
in.
I'm confusing you with a high
When
school
I was
friend. I don't know.
drunk, when I drink, I piss in the sink of hotel rooms a lot, and I do it just out of like drunken spite.
Right, yeah.
Like I could
Fuck off,
piss.
Consuela.
Yeah. I could fucking.
I hope you
When-
smell this
when
when
I
you're
used-
brushing your teeth, fucker.
Yeah, when I-
selling some cheap shit to somebody.
When I
on a
used to drink a
trade
lot.
show.
Jesus.
Yeah, well, hey, both of you asked for this.
You asked for this,
When
Eddie.
when I used to drink
It's
a
a to
lot,
be continued
I
episode.
used to love walking into bars, crowded bars, you know, where there's a line to get in the bathroom, and I'd go past
Fuck
the
you,
line, and
Peter.
guys are like, "Hey, I'm in line," and I would go straight to the sink and just piss in the sink, thinking I was all bold.
Yeah.
Until one night at Penn State in State College, Pennsylvania,
I
a
have been there.
bouncer slapped me on the back of the neck so hard while I was peeing in the sink and just dragged me out by my hair. And I was like, "That's the last time I pee in the sink."
Show us your cock, Jason.
Okay.
Hell no. You know what? I could be on heroin and I won't show you my cock.
Really?
Really?
I'm cockphobic. I don't want to
Your
see
cock?
yours. I don't want you to see mine. No.
You don't want to see mine.
I have against my will.
Why did it take so long for that word to get out of your mouth?
Look.
I wish
like,
the listeners could see how long his mouth
into
was
looking
open.
at your cock, Jim.
Yeah, he said it to me too.
You're like, hey, look at this chick I'm seeing. And you hand me your fucking phone. And it's your goddamn weird, like, swivel and compass Masonic cock.
What do you
It's this
call
weird
it?
shape.
Wait. What did you just call his cock?
Pencil. It's
No.
like
Swiveling compass Masonic
It's like
cock.
this, you said, and even Eddie, it's like a ring sizer. It's like tapered. And I didn't want to look.
I have
You didn't want to look, yet you vividly described it.
Photographic memory.
Yeah, it's a curse.
Yeah.
Do you remember when Jim was trying to show it to me for like a week?
Dude.
And then he finally got me by
you
this.
wiggle,
They were
waggle,
going to
wiggle,
some-
waggle,
no,
waggle, waggle,
I've
last
seen him do that,
episode.
but they
I
were
know.
they were going to some party in the Hollywood Hills or something, and they were like, "Hey, Lindsay, do you want to come? You can come." And I said, "Nah, I don't want to
didn't
come."
get
And
invited.
Jim
No, they don't
goes,
take you those.
"Lindsay, you can come if you dress like this. I want to show you what you have to dress like."
Wait.
And I was like,
and I
"Fine."
showed you a picture
and
of
he
my
showed me
cock.
found it was cock.
You got it. Whoa.
She got me
Stop
good.
for a
That was
second.
very
Stop for a
good.
Pretty
second.
good.
He's like the dog now.
He has
You gotta
to calm
sit.
down.
No.
Sit.
You have to calm down.
Stay.
I'm
Stay.
upset.
Stay, Jason.
Why are you
Stay.
upset?
You invited her to a party
weren't really
in the
invited.
Hollywood Hills.
It wasn't a real party.
I have no-
I was just showing her
Jason,
a picture of
did
my
you hear
cock.
the
There was
story?
no party.
Yeah, they were
What-
trying to show me his cock. The whole thing was fabricated.
Lindsay, he
Relax.
wasn't
All right, I'm not-
listening
I'm
because
right,
he
I'm
was
cool.
too
I'm a little-
upset by the fact that we went to a Hollywood Hills party without him.
Yeah.
You did this to me.
I didn't do anything to
No, you
you.
both did. No, you got him drunk.
You did
Now
this.
we're gonna rape him.
I gotta pee really bad.
No,
To be
no,
continued.
no.
Should we-
Hold it in.
No, Lindsay.
No, hold it
do you-
in.
Lindsay, do you remember when I wanted? I
Is
was,
this episode almost over?
no.
Please.
I was very worried about Lindsay when I hired her to come work here that she would be able to sue us for sexual harassment.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Jim and I were going to
Yeah.
we were going to write up a sexual harassment contract with her, what we could and couldn't do. And under the contract, one of the things was we couldn't show her our cocks, but we could show her pictures of our cocks.
Whoa, but except
never
for
agreed to
except
that.
for at the Jackson dinner,
What about it?
Jim
I saw his
showed
cock.
Lindsay his penis.
Oh.
What were the other
No, I,
things that you're allowed
didn't
to
show
do?
it on purpose to
He
Lindsay. I was showing it to
noodle-doodled
Eddie.
it, and
Noodle-googled it.
Noodle doodle.
We're not allowed to call you a cunt without an accent.
This is true.
This is true.
Let's hear it. Can I
include
hear
me?
one?
You cunt. That's an
Cunt.
Australian
Yeah,
accent
yeah,
there.
let's hear it.
Fucking cunt.
Kent.
Okay.
Is that right? Kent?
No,
Hey,
no.
What
Now
about
you're
if I
gonna
do
get
an
us
American
sued.
accent? If
Yeah,
I
you're
go,
gonna get us
Say it
sued.
right.
if I go,
say it
hey
right.
Lindsay, you
Come
fucking
how?
cunt.
Ooh, that's hot.
I just hate it when I just hate it when American people use the word cunt because it just doesn't sound right.
No, I like that. That
Because
sounded
they-
nice.
Lindsay- weird.
Lindsay's getting wet. We can see her zipper
Yeah.
rusting again.
Yeah, it's the zipper.
Because-
And Lindsay, what's with the saucy top with the see-through? You're wearing
yeah.
you're
She's
wearing a
got on a-
fluoro boob
Number
tube with a
five.
number 5 Chanel thing off the shoulder.
It's a very it was very hot today.
I like it.
Do you think?
It was hot.
You're looking good, Linz.
Jim,
doesn't happen enough.
Jason, you're hammered. You're shit-faced
I
right
told
now.
you guys just
Would
made
you
me-
would you fuck Lindsay now?
Hold on.
Cell phone rule has been
edit
broken.
this
And
out.
Eddie talk shit, Jim. That's the
All right.
exact,
Okay.
that's the exact soundbite I used for the end of the track.
Take another shot.
Yeah, one more shot.
Take another shot.
Can I cut a deal with you?
I'm
No.
gonna cut a deal.
If I take the shot, can I go pee?
Yes.
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 But we're gonna make this a to be continued episode because we're going to
absolutely.
record 2
Yeah, 'cause
tonight.
you're gonna be so.
We're gonna
shit-faced
keep
the
going,
next
and
one.
on the next episode, ladies and gentlemen,
Jason's gonna.
the theme song will be sung live
Oh yeah.
before the show. There won't be the standard theme song. The theme song will be sung live by Jason Hour
With the guitar.
With the guitar.
I can't remember the lyrics.
Yeah. We'll give you the lyrics. 2 douchebags on a couch.
Dun 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 dun.
One's an asshole, one's a grouch.
Dun
All right,
And
we'll do it.
relentless.
Stop.
Relentless.
Stop. We'll do this
Are
the
they
next
mad?
episode,
Yeah.
which is great because you're gonna have to wait a whole week.
Do you guys
to hear
realize how
what
poetic
happens
that
to
is
him.
about you?
Oh, fuck off.
No, you know what Twisties?
That's Eddie.
Eddie!
That's Eddie. That's Eddie.
with the fart this
Eddie.
week. Eddie, this week's fart was brought to you by Eddie.
He's funny.
We're gonna get him drunk every day.
That was your best one. I tried to do one. I couldn't do it. I did a silent one. All right. Have another shot
Have
to
another
close out
shot.
the
Can
episode.
come on.
There's got to be more alcohol
You
than
can
that.
stick around for
I'm
10
gonna
more
die
minutes.
of cirrhosis.
Oh, no, there's still more
In the name
vodka.
of- fucking comedy.
Give him a halvesy.
Yeah, halvesy. Yeah, give it a halvesy. You're not going to die cirrhosis, not just one time.
I love when he made the face, and I gave him the same thing twice. The first time he took it fine, the
And
second
he
time
goes,
he was like, ugh, gross.
It was kind of fruity. I don't know
It was
why.
the
Now,
same
what about
thing.
if between episodes I get you something else to drink?
What if you rape me?
All right, is
It would be the
that,
happiest day of his life. Jim, it would be the happiest day
was
of
that
his
an
life.
offer? You actually said, like, I was offering you a drink and you went, what about this instead? You weren't...
And it was a rape.
You weren't there. You weren't saying don't rape me. The way you looked at me was, what about if I slip into something a bit more casual?
When I go on the show, or when I go on the road to do shows, I often leave my dog with Jason. And after watching
leaving it
that
with
right
me
there, I
more than
will
Jason.
never leave my dog with him ever again.
You don't mean that.
I completely, sincerely,
Before we started this episode,
before I saw this Jason,
I don't drink around your dog. Mr. I rape kids.
Whoa!
Oh!
what's that?
Stop using it.
Stop using what?
The rape kids.
Who rapes
What are you
kids?
talking about? Who rapes kids?
Never mind. Give me my shot.
No, you can't.
He's asking for the alcohol now.
you can't-
Hand him the shot. Hand
That's
him
what
the
you
shot.
do. I'm
can't-
fucking half Irish. What did you do? Why did you do this?
You can't yell out, "Mr. I
childhood
rape
doesn't
kids,"
come
and then go, "Never mind."
Yeah, is that another friend of yours that rapes kids that
No,
you just mixed
Eddie's
us up
got a
with?
bit.
Eddie's got a routine about raping
Yeah,
kids.
I quit drinking. Nobody asked why you quit drinking. I
Oh,
quit
yeah,
drinking
yeah, yeah.
because if every time I drink, I rape kids. I'm available for babysitting.
You could do stand up right
Give me
now.
that fucking drink.
do you time it the same as that, Eddie? Do you sort of,
You think he-
Is that the syncopation of your delivery?
I don't know. See, either this is podcast gold, as my brother Scott would say.
Yeah.
Or this is just people just sitting in their
Why
car
did you make me
right
drunk?
right now with their kids going, don't end up like this.
Why did you open the box of Pandora?
That's an episode
Why?
title.
All right.
Do you know that if we had the glory hole box right now?
Oh my God, he would stick his dick in there so fast. He would put his cock in there so fast.
Drink your shot. Drink your
shot.
shot. Stop
My
yelling.
penis
You're
is
yelling.
inverted right now. There's no way I'd do a glory hole challenge. It would have to come to me.
I like how it used to be the glory hole challenge. And no, it used to be the glory hole challenge. Like we were going to, like we thought it up,
Yeah.
and
I'm
now
laughing
it's
so
like
hard I'm
I'm
sweating.
not going to do a glory hole challenge.
like it's an actual
Like he's
thing.
been in
It's not-
previous
hey,
glory hole
it's
challenges.
the-
It's got to be done. Someone's got to do it.
I think.
Have your shot. Stop talking. Have
Yeah.
your shot.
Just have your shot.
Have your shot. Shot.
Come on,
shot,
drink it.
shot, shot,
Jason,
shot,
Jason.
Jason.
Hour of power.
Okay,
Have your drink.
and then give us 5 more Jim names. What are 5 more things you'd call Jim?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have to say Jim. You can just be nice
Or
names.
Jeffries. Yeah, or just names, period.
The assassin of hate.
All right.
Okay, that's one.
I
That's
like-
one.
That's a good one.
The ambassador of love.
Oh.
Gee, the yin and the yang there. I like that.
Go ahead.
The MC of rectal discharge.
I don't know. That's a bit nasty.
Yeah, that one was a bit
You
too...
told a story about a girl.
Okay, go on.
No,
4 and
you told
5,
a story
4 and
about a
5.
girl that shit all over someone. I don't know.
Go on.
Okay,
Yeah.
number 4.
Do you know I got my SAG card?
I got number 4.
Wait,
number
I wanna
Here we
hear
go,
this.
here we go,
I want to
here
hear
we go.
this.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah, you can tell us anything.
I was living in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Cincinnati.
Can you say-
Listeners at Cincinnati.
This is going to be subtitled audibly. So I was living in Ohio, and I got my SAG card.
What city in Ohio?
Cincinnati,
Yeah.
which is named after Cincinnatus, the most amazing royal noble citizen of Rome.
Thank you, Bill. Say hello to Ted
He has
for
to
me.
drink before every
Also
show.
the
now.
home of Phil Heimlich, the
Heimlich
son
remover.
of Dr. Heimlich, who created the... I'm friends. I know that guy.
Of
Anyways,
course you do.
I do. I didn't never...
You know the guy who
You know
invented the
what?
Heimlich remover.
I do.
All right.
So anyway,
And wait,
I fucking do.
Wait,
It's
and who
funny.
lived across the street from you?
in Ohio?
Yeah,
I don't know.
or next door.
Some old. Oh no, you don't know. Wait.
The guy that was in the Nazi prison camps.
Oh, when I was in high school, in Cincinnati, before I moved out on my own, the guy that was my immediate neighbor who had the hottest fuck. I used to jerk off to like just. The
Can you
idea-
stop going
No,
off on tangents?
No, I want to hear that bit.
Yeah,
Tell us
jerking
about
off.
the
To make a
children.
long story short, I lived in Montgomery, Ohio.
Make a short story long.
I thought it was Cincinnati.
around Robin Hood's barn. Anyways,
I'm gonna need a whiteboard
No, let
to
him-
fucking map this story.
Let him do it. Don't just let him ramble.
Montgomery, Ohio, which is a suburb of Cincinnati, where I lived.
Yeah.
My immediate neighbor
Where the Heimlichs are from.
was the
Right,
Phil
hot, was a
Heimlich's,
hot Russian Jew that you used to masturbate to,
and her father.
and a father as well.
Masturbate to her father.
Now we're in a different place. So, anyways, her father escaped from a concentration camp in Nazi Germany.
Right.
Smuggled a family out of that place in a fucking cart that was covered. Looked like he was a gypsy traveling with. Wait, they went in the camps too. I don't know who. Anyways, he made it out of the fucking on foot out of Nazi Germany.
Right.
Emigrated to America. Or
Right.
On
immigrated.
foot.
Right.
No. He took a boat.
Okay,
At one
all right.
point, I'm
Yep,
sure
yep.
he took a boat.
Sure.
What kind of boat?
While I'm sure it was a steamer. Anyways, in Germany, while he was in the concentration camp, he thought of and developed the idea for the Pringles. Right?
I'm sorry.
Like dehydrated. Hey, wait, no, this is not bullshit. This is real. Of
course it is.
This is my neighbor, and I didn't
invented
really-
Pringles.
Yes. Yes.
While he was escaped, he didn't think
no,
of...
the inventor of Pringles lived in a
Jeez, those people in those concentration
came
camps
up
got
with the-
hungry.
which is a way to preserve food for long-term storage.
Is how? In tennis ball cans.
Dehydration. He dehydrated potatoes while he was in the camp.
Was he a man with an oval head and a moustache?
No, he was a slender, kind of like Royce, slender, small Hebrew guy. But he created Pringles in his head while he was in the camps. Escaped
So
from
what's the
camps,
invention of the Pringle? That's
moved
getting
to-
potatoes
he
and smashing
immigrated
them into
to-
a shape and then making them into
he
a fry.
immigrated to the U.S.
So the moral of the story is if the
Not done.
Germans had gotten him, he wouldn't have killed everybody with that trans fat acid.
or shit their pants. Which is,
You know, I
which is
really want
interestingly-
Pringles now.
Interestingly,
So do I.
I got my
Salty.
SAG card.
That's what the whole story
on
was
the,
about.
on the commercial. I got
6-minute detour.
my first national commercial audition success was for Pringles. That's
Great
how I got
success.
SAG. I got Taft-Hartley into SAG with Pringles.
Did you tell them this story at the
The
audition?
no, I didn't know.
Yeah, because
The
you wouldn't have
problem-
gotten it.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
before I smoked.
Obviously, just from looking at
The
you, weren't playing one of the people in the
problem was-
concentration
No.
camp.
My manager, my agent was like, "Hey, you're gonna make 20 grand, blah blah blah." The problem was the Pringles commercial. This is just a fucking epiphany of my life. The problem was the Pringles commercial that I got my SAG card on, and I was expecting to make 70 grand on
It was
royalties.
20 grand. Like
Yeah.
Well,
a second ago.
it
Yeah.
grows. It
No,
was
of course, yeah.
Back then, this is
Interest
the-
from
thi-
when you
this is-
began the
no.
story
3
to in the
seconds
end.
ago.
No,
Yeah.
this is the 90s, and
Yeah,
in
this
the
is
90s,
back when people used to buy islands with an Arby's commercial.
Yeah,
Stock
yeah,
has
yeah.
gone up.
It's true what he says.
Yeah, people buy
And
islands.
anyways, the Pringles commercial that I got that got me into the union was the Pringles with Olestra. And Olestra made you shit your pants. Which was like a childhood trauma, and that's basically makes sense
Geez,
to me.
you had it as hard as those Russian people who had to escape
Yeah.
from the concentration camp. This is
sound-
really a story of hardship.
Oh, Mau,
You
Mau,
had
Papa
a,
Pringles
you had a
now.
Pringles
when I
commercial
told
that
that
didn't work
story, I
out.
gripped the mic so hard my knuckles. I'm like tired.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Maybe it was trauma. I don't know.
Lindsay, put something else in his hand.
Can I go pee? Really?
Not until
No,
you do
no,
one
not
more
till the end of the
shot.
I'm gonna
episode.
urinate in my pants.
This
Yeah,
is
you
going to
got-
be a 2 continued
Why did you
episode.
decide to
You
get
got
me
6
drunk?
minutes left.
No, hold it in, hold it
Says
in.
Crossy nip. Give me.
Give him a shot. He wants
Give
another
me my-
shot. Give it to him.
No,
He's
Jim.
gonna puke. It's gonna be
No,
excellent.
that's for the
I
next
don't- I'm
I'm
episode.
gonna mic him in.
The last time I was puked, I was 19.
If he pukes,
me
I
that-
want all.
What,
mics-
Stone?
Yeah, all mics go to the puke bowl.
I didn't discover weed till I was 30, Jim.
I know.
Come on.
You didn't discover vagina till last week.
Thank God for that.
Yeah. All right. Now have your shot.
Soft and wet, happy times.
And now you know what are you doing on the next episode?
Singing a song.
Probably riding down the stairs naked and on my
Oh,
chest.
you're gonna get naked? We want to see you naked.
No,
No.
no, I'll go shirtless.
How much money? You'll go shirtless?
Give me $100 and I'll
Shirtless.
go. Give me $100 just to
That's not
offset
in
the
the budget.
debt
This is
to
a
my
low
weed
production.
dealer, and I'll go shirtless for you. I gotta pee. It hurts.
Have your drink. Have your drink. That'll help you out. Make you strong. Down the
Now
hatch.
give us the 3 more gym names, because you only did 2.
Yeah.
3 more gym names.
Jim the Magnificent,
I'd like one about how brave I am.
Yeah.
the hero of
Braveheart.
Baston Jeffries.
The hero of what?
Best on.
Baston.
What's best on?
It's place in France. I
Oh,
believe.
cool. All
I'm
right.
not sure. Louis, yeah.
One more.
And the arbiter of intergalactic date rape, Jim Jeffries.
The arbiter.
The arbiter of intergalactic date rape.
Does that work?
Yeah.
Yep.
Can I go pee?
No.
Give us one name for Lindsay's tits.
Can I ask a question?
One name for Lindsay's
One
tits.
name for
Can
the.
I ask one
One
question?
name for Lindsay's tits.
Lindsay's tits.
I call them the twins of adulthood.
I would call them. What's that guy that played Igor in Young Frankenstein?
That was
short-term-
Gene Wilder, wasn't
This
it?
isn't shaping
No,
up good
Gene
for
Wilder
me.
played Frankenstein.
All right.
Who was the fucking?
Why did you upspeak at the end of that?
Because there's a scene where he
Because
goes.
Frankenstein's the monster.
Because after Igor,
Not the monster,
Igor corrects the pronunciation. I'm Igor, and he
So
called.
you're saying
and he
Lindsay's
says,
tits
I'm
correct-
Frankenstein. I would say that she has. I think. Well, come on, Jim. Igor. What's his name? Igor. The play. Marty. What's his name? The art actor.
It's more fun to watch you struggle.
Yeah.
Marty.
Drown,
Come on,
drown,
Marty.
drown,
What's his
drown.
name?
I don't know
his first
if
name.
I don't know if this is enjoyable
Marty-
for people who are listening,
I don't
but,
know. I think it might be. I'm
but
enjoying
we're
it.
having a great time.
I think
this
they're
is
gonna
the
like
most
it.
fun I've had on the show.
Marty, what? Come on.
Oh
tell me.
my god. Yeah.
I want an omelet at the buffet. Come on, tell me.
You want an omelet at the buffet?
He wants
Tell
an
me
omelet
what
at
his
the
name
buffet.
is, Marty.
Hey,
Marty
Jason.
Feldman. Her tits are like Marty Feldman's eyes.
Marty
Amen.
Feldman- Marty
I'm going
Feldman.
pee.
Why? What are Marty Feldman's eyes like?
Marty Feldman, he had eyes that looked like
Beady-
had a scuba.
beady
Okay,
eyes.
wait a minute. He's walking up the stairs. This is what you watch.
This is awesome.
This is awesome. All right,
Don't fall.
Up you go.
Boom.
How drunk are you, Jason?
Why did you do this to me? You goddamn, I cropped you. Here, were we on the same episode?
No,
We are-
no,
Yeah,
no,
same
no,
episode.
no.
Yeah, we
It's
are.
a to be continued. Doesn't matter.
Cliffhanger.
It's gonna be.
It
We're
is a
not done with you
cliffhanger.
yet.
Yes.
We paused for
It's a
station
cliff-
Do you think
identification.
it matters if I put L on the L side?
You know what I like about
You know-
this show?
R side?
You know what I like about this show? I have a feeling that it'll be used as evidence.
Evidence that I'm an unfit parent.
No, that you'll be dead, and we'll have to explain why.
As Jason was walking down, I just noticed that he has what looks to be like a 16-year-old girl's bracelet with a heart charm on his
Well,
belt. loop.
that's also going to be evidence.
Yeah, that's definitely. Jason, where'd you get
And we're
this?
not accomplices on
Where'd
that.
you get this bracelet from? What is this?
Well, honestly,
No, lie.
well, okay, I got it from
No, tell the truth.
an Eskimo princess that took me through the crystal forest. And
Sounds lovely.
I mean, lie. No, actually, you know what? This is the
crystal-
This,
I
this
wanna hear
little
more about
charm
the lie.
bracelet is from my first African American experience with a woman.
Really,
Yeah,
really. And what was that like?
awesome. You know what? I want to tell you something. The last fucking, I've listened to. I've only
Sit down.
listened
Hang
to
on.
like.
Let's see.
Leave
He's standing.
stand, leave
I
stand.
know this
No,
is
like-
preacher
Preaching.
mode. Hallelujah. Anyways, when I
Stand up. Stand
It
up.
makes me feel uncomfortable when he stands. Like he could.
I'm gonna buy you
I could
pizza,
punch
mate.
you.
Oh.
If anyone, he just pointed at Lindsay's face and went, "I could punch you." Like only
And then,
seconds
you know,
earlier.
but you both on the you would let it happen, wouldn't you?
No.
Yeah, we got a camera here. Of course I would.
Would you let it happen? Would you let
If
it
it
happen?
came
Gold.
Yeah.
I would like to say the episode where
There's
Lindsay
no-
got punched was gold.
I can
hey,
hear
if I
Jim's
punch
brother
Lindsay,
now.
maybe you should get an HBO show.
Hey.
Okay. Anyway, you were telling a story how
Stop threatening. Oh, God, he just pulled his belly out.
you were telling a story how I'm buying you pizza right now
Yeah.
No, where?
at Dagwood's.
He's like
I'm
a homeless
kidding.
guy that complains
I don't want
about
to
the
get
food.
fat.
Have
have a
you ever heard the
We don't have a time
closing-
machine.
Hey,
closing the
look, I
gate
wanna-
when the horse is already
Can I,
bolted?
you know what? I want to address something.
What?
Yeah.
I started a band,
Okay.
Yeah.
and because I really am. We are in a dialogue with a record label, and I have a real shot at getting. A
Yeah, I know that
festival.
dialogue.
Whoa.
Hello?
Whoa, I'm gonna finish.
Stop
Ready?
calling here.
But the problem, Eddie's upset because I hang out with my singer a lot.
Yeah.
But I want to clarify something.
Sure.
Eddie changed my life. Eddie changed the direction of my life.
Yeah.
I was a fat, 297-pound fat fuck. I want to show you my driver's license.
Right.
This is what I looked like before Eddie F took me into your fold.
Now you're just a fuck.
I'm a fuck. But look at that arm.
But by the way, he shaves his arms. Did you?
But
know
look, Jim.
Yeah, that's a good arm.
he shaves his arms. Why?
Because it shows off my ink, motherfucker. Before Eddie came into my world and like introduced me to his cult, CrossFit.
Yeah.
I was a fat, disgusting retard.
But now what are you?
I'm a retard that hot chicks come up and go, "Oh, hi, how you doing?" Blah 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 blah, because of him. You know what? It's true.
And I'm buying you pizza.
And Jim's gonna fucking destroy what you did, but you did it.
Don't worry.
You feel like
I'm behind what Jim's
you
doing.
feel.
All right, let's
You know what? My
continue
manager
this.
told me to stay fat when I was an actor. I hated that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, stay
well,
fat. You'll get more work.
Yeah.
It's bummer.
He said you're going to get a lot more Costco.
You should write Eddie a song for what he's done for your life. You should write Eddie a song.
Hey, give
on
us-
a short bus.
Give us an inspirational name for Eddie
Yeah.
because of all the things he did for you.
Yeah. Let's end the show on that.
Eddie, the Messiah.
Ah.
Saved my life. Right there.
From the fire.
You know what? You wanted to hear it? You made me drink. I'm going to pair it out. You did save my life. Eddie F saved my life.
And now
Right
hopefully-
here.
hopefully I'm
Audio,
gonna take it
record
away
On
from
that
you.
couch.
Record
on that
it.
couch.
You know,
saved
maybe
your life.
he'll.
And I'm a good friend.
Jim.
And Jim's buying pizza.
Jim bought you pizza.
You know what? Here's Jim's last name. Jim, the master of the perpetual couch. I will always have a couch in your life, right?
Yeah.
No?
Sure.
Promise me that.
Promise you that.
Promise me
Pound
that.
it out, big
Pound
boy.
it out.
All right.
There's a
I will
pound
always have
happening
a
right now.
couch in your universe, right?
Ladies and
Wait, I have
gentlemen.
one last thing for him to tell that he can.
No,
please
next
explain.
episode.
No.
Cliffhanger. What's Eddie gonna tell?
All right, let's leave it on that.
Let's leave it. We can ask this, ladies and gentlemen, to hear more come next week. As always, check me and Eddie out on our Facebook and our web pages. And hopefully the Talkin -shit web page is up and running. We've looked at it. It's looking good. All right.
Jason, what's your Twitter?
I don't know. You know more than me.
You have a Twitter.
I do, but I don't remember making
If
it.
you want to catch us, catch me and Eddie, we will be
Eddie
at
knows my
Jason's
Twitter.
funeral.
They'll be spreading his
Yeah.
ashes into the coffee
You know what?
down at the groundwork.
You say funeral, but I'm gonna leave that. I want to leave it on this. I am the Rock, and this is a Brad Pitt quote. You will break yourself against, motherfucker. I will not break. Never.
Good night, everyone.
Okay, good night, everyone.
Talkin.